Hello everyone, and welcome to Final Fantasy VI. In 10 years, this is the first time I have ever played this game on my YouTube channel, which is criminal, seeing as how this is one heck of a Final Fantasy, and one of my favourites in fact. But there's just not been a great opportunity to play it up until now. But now we have the release of the Pixel Remaster, so we are finally getting to the classic that is FF6, and we'll see what's new along the way. Now, this is as far as I understand it, a remake of the content of the SNES version. Okay, so not the GBA, the Game Boy Advance version. There was some additional content in the GBA version, which I never played. I only ever played the PlayStation Anthology version, which was based on the SNES version. So that content, that additional content, I don't think will be here either. But there will be some new bits and bobs in terms of, like they've done with the previous Pixel remasters, which we'll get into. So we'll get started in just a moment, once everybody's turned up that wants to be here. Yeah, if you like that intro music, it's fantastic, I'll be honest. The links for it are in the description of this video, so you can check that out. Now, this is the first Pixel remaster I will be playing, okay? But it is Final Fantasy VI, so like I say, we had to, really. Oh, no worries, Elijah. We managed to get some stuff done that needed to get done, so nah, that's no problem. Yeah, no. Yeah, it has been very stormy here in the UK. We had 2 storms, and then the night before last, we didn't have a storm. We just had an earthquake instead, which is quite rare here in the UK. It was only, like, 3 or whatever it is on the Richter scale, but I felt it, you know? So that was kind of funny, I thought, after having 2 storms. Alright then, folks. Well, without any further ado, let's get into the main event. So, by the way, the music, I've had a little listen to some of the music, is absolutely phenomenal. I really like this remastered music that they've done. And I believe it was under the supervision of Nobuo Uematsu as well. Okay. So, I know some of you will want to see the various options and that are available in the Pixel Remaster, so I'll just skim through these quickly. You've got your gamepad and your keyboard. Unfortunately, you can't set the move up, down, left, right keys to the standard arrow keys. I'm not sure why, but you are kind of forced to use the WASD keys. You got some basic graphical options here. I'm actually playing in 4K, but you guys will only be seeing it in 1080p. I don't want to stream in 4K because I get too many complaints about buffering and what have you. Language settings. So, lots of languages to choose from. And finally, if we head back, there's a couple of extras. We've got the bestiary, which will only show, I believe, monsters you've already encountered. You've got your music player, which is fully unlocked from the start. So you can listen to all the cool tunes that Final Fantasy VI has to offer in its reorchestrated form. And you've got some art as well, which you can browse at your leisure. So, there we go then, guys. That's the formalities out of the way. Let's go ahead and begin a brand new game here. Final Fantasy VI. I hope you guys enjoy this. The Ancient War of the Magi, even. When its flames at last receded, only the charred husk of a world remained. Even the power of magic was lost. In the 1,000 years that followed, iron, gunpowder and steam engines took the place of magic, and life slowly returned to the barren land. Oh, look at those graphics. Like I say, this is my first Pixel remaster, so just seeing it in full screen for starters is an awesome sight to behold. Yet there now stands one who would reawaken the magic of ages past and use its dread power as a means by which to conquer all the world. Oh, I love the story to this game. If you guys are new to Final Fantasy VI, you're in for a wild adventure. It's such a cracking game. It really is. Could anyone truly be foolish enough to repeat that mistake? Wow, there's quite a bit new there in terms of the graphics. All those buildings and houses in the background, they were not in the original. Yeah, that's all new. It was just the mountains before. So, I wonder how many little changes like that we might notice as we go on. Yes, I'm playing with a gamepad myself. I don't know if you guys can see that because it's got a cable that's not very long. But yeah, it does work with gamepad. It only shows the prompts for an Xbox gamepad as far as I know. I'm using a PlayStation pad, but it works fine. Yeah, thanks. I did the 200 lightning strikes on Final Fantasy X yesterday or the day before. Oh, that was fun. I don't think there's anything as evil in Final Fantasy VI. Fortunately. Not along those lines, anyway. Yeah, I tell you what, this is so crisp. I know that the font is a bit controversial because it's got that kind of squash look to it. It's the same font that was in the other Pixel remasters. But the actual graphics themselves, I think are worthy of the title remaster. I really do. Yeah, I'm not streaming on Twitch at the moment, no. No, this stream is only up on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know why, but you don't seem to get the credits. Oh, listen to the music. One sec, I'll turn it up for you guys. Reorchestrated. I love it. Yeah, I'm not sure why you don't get the credits on the screen. That seems like it must be a bug of some kind. Because that's sort of traditional for this little opening section, isn't it? In every other version of the game, anyway. Yeah, that would have been good if they'd used, say, the Final Fantasy 7 or 8 fonts. It would have had a more crisp look to it than the original FF6, but still would have had that sort of old school style, wouldn't it? Yeah, this is Terra's theme, and it's one of the top Final Fantasy themes, in my opinion. One of the classics. Yeah, possible that they've done that with the credits. This has actually changed quite a bit, because I was watching a video of the original earlier, and yeah, you do have the credits on the screen, which you don't now, but the whole event was much faster in the original as well. This seems to have been slowed down quite remarkably. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII. You're having a lot of fun with that, are you, Thrill Seeks? I know it's controversial in some ways, Final Fantasy VIII, but I really enjoyed my last playthrough. Okay, so here we are with the mysterious girl. And, of course, Biggs and Wedge. And this is the town of Nash, or Narshe. The only problem with Final Fantasies without voice acting is you have to sort of make up the pronunciations yourself. And we all get to, to agree beautifully on what they are. So. Ryo Harge in chat. Apologies for butchering your name, but thank you very much. And you're playing Final Fantasy VII with mods. Nice, you'll have a great experience. Especially if you're playing with New Threat. That's wonderful. Okay, so here are the controls. It seems to have detected my gamepad. Okay, pretty basic stuff. Okay, except it says that the B button is the run button, but that didn't seem to work for me when I was testing things out earlier. You have to hold the shoulder buttons as you normally do. Okay. Before we do anything, something that kind of everybody does here in Final Fantasy VI when they first get started is you move everybody into the back row. Not only does that not minimise the damage that we're going to be doing, because all our party members currently here are only doing magic damage, but we're practically halving all damage we are going to receive by 50%, so there's really no reason not to do that. Wonderful stuff. And we'll just check the configuration, see what the default settings are. Okay, so battle mode is also set in wait mode. Okay, normally it's set to active by default, so yeah, we'll keep it in wait. And what that will do is when you're selecting abilities and that to cast in battle, the active time bar, the ATB for the enemies, is going to hold, and for your other party members as well. But it just gives you a little bit less stress while you're choosing what you want to do. Battle speed. I'm going to move that up to fast. If it gets a bit... No, I'll keep it on normal. If it's a little bit slow, then we'll change it. Cursor memory. Yeah, auto battle is one of the new features of the Pixel Remaster. So you can tap it on at the start of each battle, or you can just keep it on automatically and tap it off if you prefer to do that. Oh, what's the graphics display here? Ugh. Oh, I don't like that. I know it's going for that old television look, but those fake digital scan lines don't look good at all, I don't think. So we'll keep that off. And just going to turn the sound effects volume down just a touch there. Okay, perfect. Right. I'm glad people like that Final Fantasy XII guide. Yeah, it's been one of the more popular ones on the channel. It was a lot of fun to do, so thanks. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's so good to be playing Final Fantasy VI again. It's been a while for me. You can actually minimise the number... Ooh, I like that battle animation. Not battle animation, so battle transition there. That was new and nice. So, Bioblast tends to be what we want to use because it's an area of effect spell. And it will just one-shot pretty much everything we come across. Apart from one enemy which we might heal, so I'll talk about that in a little while. Yes, just to clarify then, guys, Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster is available. Going the wrong way here. Good start. It's not very responsive to the analog stick, actually. Final Fantasy VI is available on PC, which is what I'm playing it on. But it's also available on iOS and on Android as well. Unfortunately, there's no word about it coming to consoles right now. But we can heal. And then just spam Bioblast to kill everything. So, in my opinion, the Pixel Remasters should really be on console. I'm surprised that they are not. I'm guessing that's to do more with a development side of things rather than a publisher side of things because, well, Square are really cozy to Sony, aren't they? So, I can't imagine why they would choose not to put it on at least the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. Just keep everybody topped up nicely. And then our mysterious girl can just finish the battle for us. Yeah, I hope so, Thrill Seeks. I would like to do everything that the game has to offer. As it is going to be, like, as I say, the first time that I've really covered the game on the channel. I want to try and complete it as much as we can. So there's a lot of information for people there. Yeah, the reorchestration, the music and that is just awesome. It was actually supervised by Uematsu, so I'm not sure exactly what role he would have played, but Square were touting that fact. So I assume he had something to do with it. But now we're just moving up to the top here. We've got them trapped now. Yeah, we'll see about that. Ah, we're surrounded. Oh no, what do we do? Oh yeah, I mean, I would only expect digital releases, but the fact we haven't even got that is a little annoying really, isn't it? Yeah, these opening battles are really easy. So, yeah, Fire Beam, Thunder Beam, Ice Beam on any single target. Bioblast on the multiples, and that'll see you through, no problem. Yeah, just checking your chat here. When it comes to Switch, you'll buy it again. Yeah, I would expect all the Pixel remasters to come to Switch. It would be nice if they did it in a bundle. All 6 of them. At a reasonable price. This is the only Pixel remaster I actually purchased on Steam. I might get to some of the others at some point, but Final Fantasy VI is really where it's at for me. Okay, let's just top up some HP here. I'm a huge fan of this game. It has been a little while since I played it, though. So hopefully it won't be too rusty. Oh, we haven't checked out the auto battle feature yet. That is a new feature of the remaster. Yeah, to use it, we just need to tap the square button when we enter battle, and that will enable it. So we'll check that out. Yeah, the whole image has been brightened. I did do a video about it about a week ago. And some people were saying, oh no, that the comparison screenshots were taken from different times of the game where, you know, it goes a bit darker and that. And that may be true, but I do think the image definitely is brighter than it has been before. But I'm liking it, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. I think it looks really beautiful. It looks very crisp. And here's our first save point. A strange light fills the air. Do you want to learn about save points? Certainly. We can use tents, sleeping bags, and also save the game. And we can also do that on the overworld map as well. Now, despite the flash you get when you stand in them, you don't get healed or anything by these save points, so just bear that in mind. They are literally, you know, save points and that's it. Oh, how many save files do we get? 20. I would have liked some more because, by golly, do I use a lot of save files when I go through my JRPG adventures, but we'll just have to use them sparingly then. But I can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to be using all 20 by the time we get to the end. Oh, okay, Cole. Alright, mate. Yeah, no, thanks for the tip. I'll check on Game Facts or something to make sure we don't miss anything out. Ah, okay. That thing you will actually heal. This rat here will be healed if you cast Bio Beam on it, so not a good idea. Let's try the auto battle. I've got auto battle on now. I'm not pressing anything. Nice. Our characters actually use abilities with auto battle on, do they? And don't just blindly attack. Oh, there's more pages in the save, is there? Or do you mean you can just scroll down faster type of thing? I'll check the next time that I reach a save point. We're not handing over the Esper. No, well, we'll take it. Yeah, basically, we're here to find an Esper. Oh, that little boss transition there was unique and different. This thing's they must have trained it to guard the mines. Yes, welcome to our first boss battle. What are you talking about? You know what this is? Ever heard of a lightning whelk? Oh yeah, we talk about those things all the time. Ah, this music. Just listen to this for a sec, guys. Ah, these soundtrack remasters are brilliant. They really are. They've done a great job with the music. They really have. And don't forget they've got the music player in as well, so you can check that out if you just want to hear the tunes. But Final Fantasy VI always had one of my favourite soundtracks. So, any excuse to listen to the FF6 themes are not going to go amiss. What was that, Jeff? Auto battle uses the last command you entered for each character. Oh, okay. Okay. Actually, auto battle in Final Fantasy VI is turned off after each fight, but there is an option in the main menu that you can choose to have it remain on after each fight, but the default is to have it set to off, so it will always turn off after battle. But you can turn it on and off with just the square button. Okay, so Wedge and Biggs are going to be our healers for this battle. And our mystery character is going to cast Magitech Missile, which hurts the boss a lot. Now, you do not want to attack the shell because you get some nasty counters. In fact, you guys will probably want to see what happens if you do. So, I'm going to take one for the team here and show you the counter, followed by a swift heal. Look at that, Mega Volt. Not pleasant. How are we doing? I think we're okay. Let's just keep doing damage. You can use magic with our mystery girl, but really no need to. It's just nowhere near in the same league as Magitech Missile, for example. Oh, we need to be careful. So once the boss disappears into the shell, we just need to stay on the defensive and not do any damage. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Hi, Kingdom Hearts Gamer. Yeah, I've just started. So in a moment, the boss will pop back out again. There it comes. Let's try some other magic spells, shall we? See how they look. Yeah, Magitech Missile will do a lot of damage. Yeah, do you know that the shell has about, I think it's something like 20,000 hit points? Or something absurd. And it does almost a one-shot ability every time you attack it. So, yeah, it's a bit of a challenge to kill it and not really worth it. I don't think it gives you anything. And it's gone again. Am I going to be avoiding leveling until I get Espers? Okay, so for those that don't understand why this question's being asked, I did do a video a few days ago. You might want to check that out. But effectively, I'm not going to be avoiding enemies, but I'm not going to be seeking them out either. I won't be doing any grinding. So I will be leveling a little bit, just through the natural course of the game, before we start getting our stat boosting Magicite. But I'm not going to be doing so on purpose, if that makes sense. I think it's like a good balance, because you'll still have plenty of room to do some stat boosting. But you won't be severely underpowered throughout the first part of the game. Oh, I need to wait. I forgot we've got the battle mode set to wait. Yeah, the spell effects are very nice. Very nice. I think we'll be able to finish off here. Once the boss finally decides to emerge from its shell. Here it comes. It's not really that similar to FF8 because the enemies don't level up with you. So FF8, you sort of stayed low level for a different reason. That was because the enemies would get too powerful. Well, not too powerful, they get more powerful. As they leveled up with you. But in this game, it's because you don't get any stat boosts when you level up without your Espers equipped. You only get HP boosts. So any levels that you gain now before you get Espers are kind of wasted, if that makes sense. Well, there we go for our first dungeon. We will be back here shortly, but for now, we've had our first introduction to the game. Our first boss battle. This is an event, not an actual fight. Here is the Esper. This thing's giving me the creeps. Something's not right. The frozen creature begins emitting an eerie light. Where's that light coming from? Wah! Well, what was that, Wedge? Wedge, where are you? Hey, what's going on? There goes Biggs. Girl. Yeah, it's got a few dungeons, Vader. Ah, Rump, thank you so much. Thank you so much indeed. Your favourite Final Fantasy of all time, the music, story, and the lore. Yeah. No, I love it as well, mate. Out of the pre-PlayStation Final Fantasies, the first 6 games, it's my favourite as well. I mean, Final Fantasy VII will always have that special place in my heart because it was the first that I played. But yeah, Final Fantasy VI is definitely one of the best. And objectively, perhaps as an argument, it's the better game. It is a fantastic experience regardless. Oh, just listen to the music. So I've got to keep turning it up because it's just so good. I do believe that the remastered soundtrack is possibly my favourite part so far. It absolutely is, Administrator. Absolutely is. Yes, I mean, I've never played Chrono Trigger, so I don't know about that one, but I have heard from my stream chat many occasions how awesome that game is. But yeah, even though Final Fantasy VII is my favourite game, it's sort of my favourite in a way that I still won't disagree with anyone that says Final Fantasy VI is better, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, just a warning, I meant to say this at the start. Obviously, this is an old game. But just let's get it out of the way to avoid any disappointments in terms of spoilers and that. I'm generally not going to be speaking about spoilers through my commentary, but I'm not going to prevent spoilers in chat. So if you don't want spoilers, the best thing to do would be to full screen the video. Okay? And you should be safe from them then. If you don't care about spoilers, then that's fine. I'm sure most of you don't. But I did just want to put that out there because I know that some people will complain otherwise. Another little change is that Terra actually, and I'm guessing this applies to all names, has a capital T and lowercase rest of her name, as opposed to it all being in all caps, which did my head in the original a bit. So that's a nice change. Yes, Steven. Yes, there is. I did see a little promotional video by Square about that. I've never heard of anyone recovering so fast. You must be made of tougher stuff than most. Okay, so, you know, maybe a hint that there's something going on here with Terra, as we now know her name. Yeah, Funky Lions, a lot of people have told me to. Isn't that the one they're remastering? Or is it Chrono Cross? I haven't played either, so it'd be a good opportunity to get into whichever one it is. Hello, Exclusive Corner. I don't play Final Fantasy XIV. No, I have in the past. But I haven't played since the latest expansion. Thank you for the sub. Okay. Never played CT. That's like being a virgin. Yeah. Well, I will get to it one day, as they all say. And Chrono Cross as well. I'd love to play both of them. Yeah, which one is it that's been remastered? I think it's Cross, isn't it? Okay, I think there's an item we can grab here, isn't there? Yep, an elixir. Yeah, thanks, Red. Yeah, don't want to miss that. And the guards are back, so we're going to need to find another way out. Yeah, grab that, Red. I got the elixir. Okay, and we're heading back to the dungeon. Once I've got the caffeine in me, anyhow. Ah, cheers, guys. It's Chrono Cross that's been remastered. Yeah, isn't also Chrono Cross the sequel to Trigger? So it's kind of strange that they've decided to remaster the sequel and not the original. I don't believe so, Mr. Karate. We've only just started, so I can't say objectively, you know, that the answer is no, but I don't believe there is. Oh no, back attack. Our first back attack. Should we test out the auto battle? Seeing as how we haven't done anything yet. Okay, just a physical attack when you haven't done anything. Yeah, the normal battle speed feels just a tad slow. I might need to just bump that up to fast. Oh, don't forget as well that you can target multiple enemies with magic. You don't have, like, all materia or anything in this game. It's just an inbuilt innate ability, but you do reduce the damage when you do that. Yeah, SJ. Oh, let me just check something. Oh, yeah, we can skip through, but there's no more than 20 saves. Okay. In terms of content, I don't believe there's anything new. This is a remaster version of the original game, so you've only got the same content there. But you do have some additional features. Obviously, you've got your remastered graphics, your remastered soundtrack, your remastered controls. You've got your auto battle feature, and a couple of other quality of life improvements that we've noticed as well. Another back attack! What is going on? 2 in a row. Well, at least we get to test out our multi-fire attack. Yeah, just use the D-pad to target multiple enemies. Okay, you can actually see a couple of chests on the screen. I'm not going to open those. I don't know about the evasion bug. I know that's a famous bug, SJ, from the original game, and it persisted through all versions of the game as far as I know. But I honestly don't know if this would be the first time it's been fixed, or whether it's still present. I'm pretty sure these chests have fairly terrible items like a Phoenix Down and something else, but that they are actually upgraded if you save them until later on. So I am just going to not open those for the time being. Oh, you're not a big fan of it, Paul? I actually do like the new music, I'll be honest. And there we go. Hello, Padre. Oh, thank you very much. Great to have you here. Oh, fantastic, Thrill Seeks. That's a great achievement when that happens. You feel like you've made some serious progress then, don't you? My sweet little magic user. Wee hee hee. With this slave crown, you'll be all mine. Here's the man himself. Yeah, he's got the evils on him, that man. That's fair enough, Paul. One thing I think will be controversial is the opera sea music, since it now has actual singing in. Soldiers of the Empire, we stand at the dawn of a new age. The lost power of magic has returned to us. We have been chosen. The time has come for us to claim our rightful dominion over the world. Nothing shall stand in our way. Hurrah! Long live Emperor Gestahl. Well, Terra's out for the count at the moment, so we shall be returning to her in a little while. Yeah, one of the cool things about Final Fantasy VI is its ensemble cast. It's kind of unique in that sense. Even though I suppose you could make an argument that Terra is like the main character, every party member is sort of the main character in their own respect. Hello, Pre. Nice to see you for a bit of Final Fantasy VI action. Yeah, so here's our second party member. This is Locke. I'm just going to keep the default names for all of the characters. I prefer the term treasure hunting. I think you guys will like Locke if you're new to the game. It's a semantic difference. Nah, there's a huge difference. Anyway, is there something you need me to do? There is indeed. I met the girl. Girl, you don't mean? The city guard is pursuing her as we speak. The city has the strength to stand up to the Empire, but it won't use it. The people are just too stubbornly independent to join an underground resistant group like the Returners. I tried to explain that the Empire was controlling the girl, but they wouldn't even listen. Alright, so you want me to get her out of Narshe? Narshe? Is it Narshe or Narshe? I never know. That would be the idea. Make your way to Figaro for the time being. Vinicius, unfortunately, no console release at the moment. It is PC, iOS and Android. I'm playing the PC/Steam version. Hello, Haddoken. Yeah, by the way, welcome to all of you legends that have joined us in chat. Over 130 viewers. Goodness me. It's always encouraging when the old classics still are able to draw in a crowd. It just shows how loved they are, doesn't it? Thank you for the sub. Okay, this bit's a little bit confusing. And it's actually kind of challenging as well. There's an upcoming boss fight. That is, it's one of the more difficult fights. Narshe. Oh, okay. Thank you, Heaven Piercing Man. Okay. I can do the explanation. I know how it works. Basically, you have 3 parties. And one of the parties has lock-in. The other 2 parties are full of Moogles. And we need to switch between the 3 parties to defeat the boss. Now, there are going to be other enemies on the way as well. Oh, one thing we could have done, which I didn't do, is we could have unequipped Terra before we left her. She has a weapon for Locke that is actually more powerful than the dagger that he has. So, not to worry. But yeah, you can do that if you want to. I don't think we'll need to. Right, okay. First thing I'm going to do is stick everybody into the back row, because otherwise we're just going to be taking a lot of damage. Hello, Arbushi. How are you, mate? Yeah, now, there's an easy way and a hard way to do this. Well, an easier way. The easier way is to use Mog's party on the boss, because he'll have some abilities that will just make quick work of it. The hard way is to use Locke's party, and the reason you might want to do this, as I'm going to try it, is that Locke has the steal ability, and we can get a nice weapon from the boss, so... yeah, I'm just going to keep everybody in the back row. Let's just switch parties and do the same thing. So there's Mog. Since I'm not going to be using Mog all that much, I'm going to remove his Mithril Shield. That's going to go down well for Locke, actually. Did I do the formation right? Yes, everybody's in the back. And then here, I won't even be using this party because it sucks. But we'll put them in the back row just in case. Okay. Okay. Right, yeah. No, we need to go back to Locke for a moment because he blocks the way. And we're going to switch back to him shortly after. Although you can actually avoid all enemy encounters, believe it or not. Is this Mog? Yeah, I know he hasn't got a weapon. So we're going to use Mog to defeat some of the enemies here. And then we can try and keep Locke and his party at full health. Mog doesn't really need that weapon, which is why I was happy to remove it. It's going to be more useful on the boss. Okay, couple more battles to get through, it seems. If I'm patient, we could actually avoid many of these fights, but I'm happy just to take them on for now. Could take some damage here, yeah. Yeah, you can avoid them. It's actually kind of tricky to avoid them, though. In all honesty. I think we need to kill that other one above as well. How many potions have I got? Not many. Oh, dear. Yeah, this bit is kind of challenging. I'm killing this one, so I don't think Locke will get through unless we wait for ages. You can steal potions off these, by the way, if you want to bring Locke's party straight into the fray. Okay. Let's just go to Locke now. We'll do one fight and then the boss. Because we're in the back row, we should take quite a bit less damage. Unfortunately, we do quite a bit less damage as well. But once we've stolen the item from the boss, then we'll be able to move Locke into the front row. Oh, okay, Wolf. Alright, Skepsis. Yeah, so Mog learns an ability now, but or has learned an ability, I think, from the previous battles, but I'm not going to use it. Because we need to go into this next fight now with Locke. And we don't have Mog in that party. So let me just see. I don't know if we can give Locke the Mithril Spear. No. That's better. But we can give him the Mithril Shield. Okay, so that will help with his defences. Yeah, we can't give him the weapon, but we can give him the shield, so you'll definitely want to do that at this point. And without any further ado, let's get straight into the fight. Now, this is tough. Especially with lack of healing that we have at this stage. So we're going to try and steal the weapon as quickly as possible. We got it. Perfect. Okay. Oh, that was a nicely timed miss. We're now going to use Row on Locke. So he'll do more damage. We will have to keep his HP topped up, though. Yeah, that shield is reducing a lot of damage from the boss, which is nice. I think the boss has about 400 HP. Yes, Sean, playing the game, having fun. We've only just started, though. I'm not too concerned if the Moogles themselves die. If we just go all out here, then we should be able to get through without needing to do too much else. Oh, yeah, you're only supposed to kill one Lobo, you're right. We'll have to high potion on Locke now. Should nearly be dead. There we go, we did it. Yeah, I think it reduces the damage. Okay, well, we got through it. And I'm happy we got through it first time. Because that fight, you know, you can't take any guarantees with that you're going to make it. A couple of crits from the boss could see you at the game over screen before you've even really started your adventure. It's a lot of fun, Sean. It really is. Not to worry, Robert. You're not missing out on much. Don't worry. The only thing I could have done better, as I mentioned, was to equip the mithril dagger that Terra has onto Locke. But I forgot to take it off her, in all honesty. Yes, we have got that spear now, Red. This theme always reminds me of some kind of, like, 90s crime movie, I want to say. Don't think it's got that sort of sound to it. Anyway. Okay, so we've got Terra back in the party at this point. If you did unequip her, then now is the time to give that equipment back to her. Hello, Pale Blood. Yeah. No, that spear is definitely going to be useful in a little while for sure. So just catching up on your messages here, guys, since I was in that boss fight then. Okay, the game actually puts us both in the front row. I'm not sure why it changes on its own, but I'm just going to keep them in the back row for now, since being able to reduce damage early on by 50% in this fashion is such a big deal, really. It's just going to help you a lot. Right, so here we are. Back in town. We can go into the little tutorial room. I think there might be a couple of items to grab, actually. Okay, we've got a potion. Is the Steam link? I'm not sure, Braden. I don't use that, to be honest with you, mate. So, I can't for certain say whether it is or not. Yeah, you can chat to all the NPCs here. Let me through. I want to escape. Yeah, although technically you can say this game's got missing content, it was content that was not part of the original game, which is what this is a remaster of, so it would have been nice to have it. I mean, maybe it has, but as far as I understand from the previous remasters, it hasn't. Oh, yes, it's the prelude. Oh, this one, I think, is a monster. But we may as well do it for completion purposes. It's only an easy one. You can tell this is old school Final Fantasy, because you don't get any healing, like, in between sections or touching save points and things of that nature. Yeah, there's still an item in this room, though. The all-exciting ether. I'm going to go for save 2 this time, I think. Oh, that sounds cool. I chose. Yeah, I never played the GBA version of this game at all, so I'm just not familiar with it. Thank you, Sean. You too, mate. You too. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the video, by the way, the stream. This is our first foray into Final Fantasy VI. And I'm having a blast so far. I hope you guys are as well. Such a good game. There's not a whole lot we can do in this town right now. Let's just say the townsfolk aren't all that welcoming of us. Yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, then perhaps just consider dropping a like on the video. Might just push it out to a couple more people by YouTube. And they'll get to see the glory of Final Fantasy VI as well. And here we are on the world map. The very bright world map. As I spoke about in a previous video. And yes, we can save everywhere on the world map. Oh, Braden, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm really glad that the guides have helped you, and you're very welcome. Thank you so much for being such a legend. Okay, right. When it comes to traversing the world map, I'm going to try and keep our journeys as minimalistic as possible. That way we won't be entering too many random encounters. It's not going to matter too much at this stage because enemies give so little experience. The levels that we gain, we're going to gain anyway. But I am going to try and keep levels relatively minimised so that we can really max out our Magicite later on. So, Lucas, the remastered version of Final Fantasy VIII on Android, does it have Pocket Station? If that is the same version as the remastered Final Fantasy VIII that's on Steam and console, then it won't have Pocket Station, but it will have the items available in the game. Okay? I can't remember exactly, but there's another way to get them without using the little Boku minigame thing. I think it's Rinoa's Angelo search limit. Gets them. But it needs to be based on the remastered version that's on PC and console. Did they reduce the difficulty? No, I don't think so, John. Although there are means to reduce the difficulty yourself a little, perhaps. Like changing the battle mode to 8. But you could do that in the original as well, so. No, I don't think they have. Okay. So we can steal. Oh, I should have done fire. I'm a moron. With Terra there. Hopefully she will survive. Seeing as how she's looking a little worse for wear. But it gives us an opportunity to grab some more potions, which are really important early on here, believe it or not. Oh, did you, Marble? You actually played on the Super Nintendo. That's awesome. Oh, it's not essential by any stretch, Skepsis. It's not like Final Fantasy VIII, where enemies level up with you and stuff. It's nothing like that. Well, here we are. Oh, this is Figaro, but I was hoping it would say the current location on the menu. It just says Overworld. Yeah, had the Pixel Remaster on Switch, that'd mean F1 to FF12 minus 11 would be available on Switch. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it, Braden? I don't know why they're not on console. There are rumours about the Pixel Remasters coming to Switch this year. So, you know, maybe if you're watching this video a few months down the line and you're playing on Switch, then, hey, happy days. But as of recording right now, as of streaming, it's PC, iOS and Android only. Yeah, no, I generally agree with you, Cole. I would generally agree with that sentiment. I mean, Final Fantasy VII, which is, you know, my favourite game, is a little bit easy, isn't it? One of the things I liked about the new threat mod that we played through recently was that it did just add that required challenge to the experience whilst not being like a hard mod or anything. Okay, well, welcome to Figaro Castle. Little bit of preparation before we go any further. I'm going to remove the shield, the mithril shield off Locke, and I'm going to give it to Terra. And I believe we might be getting a back attack of some kind. I'm going to move her into the front row. I think I should also drop a potion on her as well. Just to play it safe. Hello, Chris. I don't think so, John, if I'm honest with you. I don't think so. I can't confirm one way or another yet. Bum, 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 bum. It is definitely more challenging, Carl, than the original game. It's probably where the difficulty should have been, in all honesty. It's not like a hard mode mod or anything like that. Yeah, it adds quite a bit of fun, I'd say, is the best way to put it. No, I don't think so, John. New threat is a huge overhaul of the whole game. You can't just boost the difficulty up. There are mods that do that. Simple mods that just increase the difficulty of enemies. But no, new threat is something completely of an overhaul to the main game. Hello, Darth Vapor. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. Been watching other walkthroughs. That's awesome. And here we have another character who I'm sure isn't going to be another party member, are they? Yeah, a bit of sarcasm there. Of course they are. You know that as soon as you see them. The young king of Figaro Castle, imperial ally and champion of the technological revolution. Edgar. Bum bum bum. It looks like royalty will be joining us. I am Edgar, the king of Figaro. Surprised that someone like me knows a king. Well, I'll catch you two later. Bye, Locke. See you soon, old buddy. Feel free to rest here for as long as you'd like. It's not in my blood to harm a lady. Well, how very gentlemanly of you. Why are you being so kind to me? Is it because of my abilities? I'll give you 3 reasons. First of all, your beauty has captivated me. Whoa, being a king certainly grants you some confidence, doesn't it? Second, I'm dying to know if I'm your type. Goodness me. I guess your abilities would rank a distant third. Oh, I love this guy. He's hilarious. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Chaos? Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the Espers. Yeah, we haven't seen any yet, but that will come later. Oh, sorry, Edgar. I don't think that's going to wash around here. Hello, Lee. Welcome, mate. Ah, okay, Red. A noise blaster and a bio blaster. I don't think I've got huge amounts of money, but yeah, we should be able to do that, I would think. Let me just check. Yeah, Terra seems okay. Right, grab some items time. Not to make your back hurt. I mean, I try not to give medical advice, Wolf, because obviously I'm not a doctor or anything. But one thing I'm pretty confident in is you need a firmer mattress. So many back problems seem to be from people not having the right mattress, and you need to change your mattress every 10 years. A lot of people don't, and it sort of conforms to your shape, and you don't really notice the damage it's doing to your back. But you need to get yourself a firm mattress, mate, if you haven't already, and I think that should help to make a bit of a difference to those of you that have a bad back. Obtained Phoenix Down. I only know this because I've been in the bed trade. Family Business is one that makes beds. So I know just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit, though, about, you know, the change that a mattress can make to a bad back. And it really can. Either cause one or make one better, depending on how soft or firm it is. So, I don't know, mate. Maybe that'll help you. Alright, then we'll go to the shop. I think this one's the shop, isn't it? Oh, we've got the icons now on the map, which is pretty awesome. Grab our potion and our antidote. Certainly want to take those. And chat to Beard Guy. Oh, that's good, Cole. Yeah, it does make a difference. It really does. Okay, so we want to buy a bio... Oh, we've got plenty of gear, look. A bio blaster. Attacks and inflicts poison damage to all enemies when used with the tools command. So I get one of those. And also a noise blaster. Confuse all enemies with a blast of sound. So a bit of poison and a bit of confuse. We actually already have one of these, I think. So don't need to worry about that. Yeah, no, it does. It makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people assume that you want a nice soft bed because it's comfortable, but it will not do your back any good at all. There's nothing to support you. You need support when you're sleeping, and you'll only get that from a good firm mattress. Oh, the legend of Vegesta appears in chat, and his message is retracted. I can't read it. Ah, Vegesta is a Final Fantasy legend. Sorry, mate, I can't see your comments. But good to see you. Oh, I don't think so, Justin. I didn't see that. Yeah, I can't see any way to adjust the menu colours. There's graphic display, but that just adds these awful digital scan lines to your screen. Yeah, no other settings from what I can see there. Yeah, it's looking good, isn't it, GD? Yeah, like you say, a lot fresher now, which is really nice. It really is. Okay, so that was the weapon shop, or the tool shop, if you like. This will be the item shop. Welcome. So we've got our standard items here. Healing, MP healing. Yeah, no probs, Warrior Poet. Yeah, I think you'll have fun. Yeah, it's always good to go back to the classics, isn't it? Right, do I need to buy anything? Maybe a couple of Phoenix Downs won't hurt, because party members will die in this game. Let's buy a couple of potions as well. I'm going to buy 8, so I'll have 12 for now. I'll just buy, make sure we've got a couple status removing stuff. And, I don't know, should I spend 1200 gil? Or not, on a tent? Hello, Joey Hattrick, how are you? Ah, we'll leave it for now. I think we're going to need our money more a little bit later on, to be honest with you, so no rush to spend it all now. There is a place around here, like an inn, that we can rest up in. I believe it's one of these, going from memory. Let's try it over here. Ah, yeah, there we go. I haven't finished 10 yet, no. I'm still working on it. I'm taking a break while we play through Final Fantasy VI because obviously this remaster is new and fresh. So we want to get on it. And I am also playing Final Fantasy X away from stream, if that makes sense. Since I'm in a section of the game now where, you know, I just need to do a lot of grinding, really. Capturing enemies and monsters and things of that nature. So I'm not in any real rush to live stream some of the stuff that I'm doing. Even though I'm still going to make progress with it and upload videos when need be. I will get back to streaming that game. But just not right now. Right. I don't think we can head back to the world map yet, can we? So I'm just thinking if I can save. Okay. We need to go back to the room just before the inn. Because you saw those stairs, we need to go down them. $99 potions and tonics. I don't have anywhere near that amount of money, unfortunately, right now. Yeah, it's only us. Or me. Yeah, I might do Thrill Seeks. I might do that. Okay. Right, so we want to go into the castle on this side. And then speak to this individual here in the green cape. Oh, we can go back to Narshe if we want to. I don't believe I've got any real need to do so. The townsfolk there aren't exactly friendly to us, are they? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Funky. You would have to go through a lot of early leveling there to get enough gil off the enemies to buy all those potions. And then you'd potentially miss out on stats later since you would be doing that leveling without any magicite. Hello, Trinquisitor. Yeah, great to have you here, Trink. How you doing? Is it, you know, it's an unusual time for me to be streaming. I should be streaming tomorrow as well, by the way, guys, at 2:30 PM, which is the usual time, but on an unusual day. That's UK time. But normal streaming is Monday and Friday, 2:30, so with the release of Final Fantasy VI Remaster, though, we've got to give it a good bash, haven't we? Yeah, I mean, this is like a fresh remaster. So are all the other Pixel remasters. So, yeah. I know that the font and that hasn't been too popular with people. And we're ploughing through new party members, aren't we? Sabin. Oh, that's interesting, Vegester. That you'd never bought any healing items, just used, I guess, what you got from enemies and stuff. Edgar was just a boy when he left, even smaller than his brother. I often wonder where he is now and what he's doing. First the nurse, then me. The man hits on anything that moves. Yeah, he's a bit of a ladies' man, is that Edgar, isn't he? Hello, Ha388. How you doing? Oh, it's your first time seeing Final Fantasy VI. Ah, well, hopefully you're in for a treat. It's one of the classics for sure. It really is. Oh, that guy, man. He's a bit weird. Right, let's just head back outside now. And I think we go back to the throne room. Nope, did not mean to do that. Hello, Welsh Michael. Are you having a good evening? Yeah, welcome, guys. Especially, you know, welcome to those of you that are new to the channel. Maybe it's your first time watching. If it's your first time watching, maybe just let us know in chat. I'll say hello to you. I've got a ton of Final Fantasy content on the channel, if that interests you. This is my first Final Fantasy VI walkthrough, though, that I'm going to be working on. Well, how do you like my castle? King Edgar, there's somebody from the Empire here to see you, sire. Kefka, no doubt. Yeah. It's definitely, yeah, funky, I agree. It's definitely, like, old school in some ways. The fact that you generally have to heal manually all the time. You can't just, like, touch a save point to heal and that. But it's not as unforgiving as some of the previous Final Fantasy games, is it? Final Fantasy 3 was really quite mean in terms of the difficulty. Oh, I can't answer that myself, Jojo, as I haven't played the others. I have played, you know, Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 4 in times past, but not with the Pixel remasters. I know they're having less content in them based on the SNES versions. Oh, that's awesome, Nathan. Yeah, I think Final Fantasy VI is a favourite for many. And I can understand why. It is a great game. Pathetic idiots. It's interesting, isn't it, how Kefka is sort of just thrown in our face right from the get-go. There's very little build-up before we get to see him. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just like a different approach, for example, with Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII, where you don't see him for ages until the party leaves Midgar, like halfway through Disc 1. And that, it's just kind of like a different approach, I guess, more than anything. It's just a contrast there. Yes, I have heard that Final Fantasy 1 is quite a short one. Jeff, did you have fun with it, though? I've not played Final Fantasy 1 at all. So what did you think of it? Yeah, so we took the Mithril Spear from Mog earlier on, and as you can see, it boosts Edgar's damage, or his attack rather, from 58 to 90. They've changed the names. I've just realised this. They've changed the names of the stats. In the original game, I'm sure it's Vigour, and now it's Strength. And it used to be Speed, and now it's Agility. So, now that's interesting. That makes me think, have they fixed the evasion bug? They've changed the stat names. I wonder if the evasion bug is still present. I don't know how we can test that. But that's existed in all versions of Final Fantasy VI up until this point. So I wouldn't be surprised if it still is present. Okay, so yeah, giving Edgar the Mithril Spear is not a bad thing. Yeah, just keep him in the front row is probably okay. And now we'll be able to leave the castle. Okay, now we can speak to Kefka. What brings Emperor Gestal's own court mage, Kefka, to my humble castle? A girl of no importance recently escaped from us. We heard she found refuge here. This wouldn't have to do with that witch everyone's been whispering about, would it? Lies. She merely stole something of minor value. Is she here? That's a tough one. Jerry Hattrick, thank you so much. There are more girls in here than grains of sand in the desert. A man couldn't possibly keep track of them all. Oh, Edgar, you know you only stand to lose by trying to hide her from us. He's a little bit psychotic, this Kefka fella, isn't he? I truly hope nothing happens to your precious Figaro. How dare he threaten us? You're not the first to say it, Patrick, and I can guarantee you won't be the last. There are rumours that it's coming to Switch this year, but they are just rumours right now. Oh, thank you, Pre. Yep, got my lip balm, even got my face on it. You probably can't see that, but that's probably a good thing for you, trust me. Nicely aloe vera'd up. Yeah, I've got a bit of a lip balm addiction, unfortunately. Right. Should we try a bit of Noise Blaster? Yeah, look, we can get the enemies nicely confused there. And now they'll attack each other for us. Bio Blaster. Yeah, those are the two weapons that we brought. Oh, lovely. Okay, I want to be careful. I don't want to level up, really, with Edgar, so... But it doesn't matter too much this early on, because the experience is sort of negligible that you get. Yeah, there is a trophy or an achievement system in Steam, so there are actually achievements for this game. But I don't really care about achievements on Steam. I do like to try and get some platinums on PlayStation. But focusing on one system is enough for me, if I'm honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, we need to be careful. I don't want to be going out there just yet. Chris, thank you so much for the 20 bucks. OP. Thank you for the support there. Is that like a super sticker, is it? I don't think I've seen one of those before. I'll tell you what, Pink Cookie. I can't remember all the song names off the top of my head, but if you've got the game, there is a music box you can access from the main menu, and all the songs are unlocked immediately. And it's got them all named and stuff, I think. Yeah, so we need to speak to Locke here. And not go out onto the world map. Being a king's not all tea and crumpets. Now, if you'll excuse me. I really fancy tea and crumpets now. I've got some tea left, but it's cold, and I haven't had any crumpets for months. Follow me. Yep, I think we can manage that. Hello. Yeah, we don't have to chat to people. Oh, okay, Red. Another enemy called Sandray. Okay. Right, and then we get another scene. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag you around like this without giving you a chance to rest. I'm Locke, right? Edgar told me about you. Is it true you're a thief? I'm a treasure hunter! On the surface, Edgar pretends to support the Empire. Truth is, he's collaborating with an underground resistance group called the Returners. I serve as their go-between. Oh, yeah. Yeah, crumpet. One of my favourite bread products, actually. Put some butter on them, and they go down a treat. Yeah, look, here's your crumpets. See that? Beautiful stuff. Oh, I know it's got the holes in that, like, some people have a phobia of. Weird-shaped holes. But as long as you can get past that, they taste delicious. They really do. I like them anyway. The Empire, but I'm an Imperial soldier. Oh, thanks, Lee. Nah, I'm glad to be playing it as well. And hello, Matt. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good playthrough. It's just, I don't know what I should do. Whenever I try to think, it just makes my head hurt even worse. All that matters is that you make your own decisions from now on. Try not to think hard right now. You'll know what you want to do when the time comes. Words of wisdom from our man Locke there. But how will I know which choice is right? No 3D scenes or 2.5D scenes yet, Mr. Duck Sauce. Unless you count the opening introduction, which kind of had like a 2.5D look to it even in the original game, didn't it? Yeah, there's a lot of Chrono Trigger love in chat tonight. I suppose when you play these classics, it's inevitable, isn't it? I've got to get to that game at some point. For the first time. What's going on? Oh, please don't talk about Marmite. I hate that stuff. It's the Empire. Kefka, he. What do you think you're doing? No, there's no option to play with the original soundtrack. You only get the remastered soundtrack. I believe, anyway, I'll just check. Yeah, there's no option to change the actual soundtrack. So it is what it is. I know you have, Yum Yum. I will get to it at some point. Hopefully before I'm an old man. But you never know. Hopefully before... well, before I die, really. Yeah, if they'd given the whole game the Octopath Traveler... Octopath Traveler, is it? Yeah. I think that would have gone down pretty neat. But I'm liking it, you know. I'm liking the revamped graphics as they are. So I think when we get those 2.5D sections, they're going to be quite special, aren't they? Because it isn't the entire game. Bring me the girl now. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh. Then enjoy the barbecue. Hehehe. Oh, he's a mean one, this Kefka. He's a mean one. Really mean. We chat to these guys. The castle's on fire. Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. Get her ready. Yes, sire. I'm feeling it, Holly. I'm feeling it. Oh, okay, Matt. Yeah, we should be able to use fire, shouldn't we? It seems I have no choice. Chocobos! And now we know we're playing a Final Fantasy game. This is on PC, Thunder Dragon. This is the Steam version. It's also available, however, on iOS and on Android. Just bear with me, guys. Just popping the heating up in this room. It's a little bit chilly. It is 25 past 8 PM now here in the UK. So, it will go a bit cold. Oh, I'd say go for it, Trinquisitor. You'll have such a good time. This is your first time playing through Final Fantasy VI. You'll be surprised at how good this game is. The story in particular is... it's a classic. Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything. Well, what's going on here? Dive mode engaged. Every castle has dive mode inbuilt. Witness the glory of Figaro. Yeah, I have played Secrets of Mana, Chewy. I played it when they re-released it a few years ago, and I did have fun with it. I'd not played the original, though. I think Kefka's a little bit aggravated, isn't he? Okay, so that is why we moved Terra into the front row. I mentioned there was a back attack coming up, and it's finally here. So she's effectively in the back row now. Auto crossbow is pretty decent here, just for pure damage. Oh, look, we get the cutscene. So, do you only get this when you cast fire? What's the matter, Edgar? What made you jump like that all of a sudden? Did you just see what I saw? You did, right? Right? Oh, yeah, this kid's really something, huh? Really something? That was magic. Magic! Magic? She used magic? Psst, psst, psst. Terra? Your name was Terra, right? What exactly was... I love the way the enemies are just sort of chilling while we just have a mother's meeting here. What exactly was that just now? They're very polite enemies. Yeah, see you later, Joey Hattrick. Do you want more streams at this time, Ben? It's a little bit harder for me because this is normally my family time. But I'm making an exception this evening because of, you know, the game just coming out and stuff. Anyway, I'm sorry. No, we're the ones who should be apologising. I didn't mean to make such a big deal out of it. Nor did I. It just surprised me. I mean, I've never actually seen magic before. Where did you... It doesn't matter, does it, Edgar? Terra can use magic, and we can't. That's all there is to it. The fact is, her magic could really help us right now. Thank you, Locke. Thank you, Edgar. Oh. Alright, enemies. You can kill us now if you want to. They were so polite to wait for us. I've never noticed before. Maybe it's the new graphics. They seem to have some, like, Boba Fett's piloting them or something. These, guys. Let's just keep you... Yeah, auto crossbow. Try and steal from this other guy. Ah! Oh, that's good, Dark. Too high potion. And now I think we get to actually ride our chocobos on the world map. Son of a sandworm. You'll pay for this. I've not Thunder Dragon. No, I've not played that. Oh, that would be a real chore, wouldn't it, Vegester? A real chore trying to do that. Were those people bad? I'm scared. Yeah, they were kind of trying to kill you, Terra. I mean, that's a bit of a clue, really. Terra, there's someone we'd like you to meet. Like I told you before, we are members of the Returners. Would you be willing to meet our leader? Magic is going to be the key to winning this war. Magic? That Esper reacted to your magical powers. There's got to be a relationship. I don't know any more than you do. These powers just come naturally to me. But no human is born with the powers you have. Yeah, it definitely does seem a little brighter to me. Me. Oh, that's awesome, Klaus. Have you been modding FF7 yourself then now? Forgive me. What should I do? The Empire will be coming after us. They want your powers for their own. And if they get them, the world is done for. Terra, you want to understand your own powers, don't you? Then I think you should meet with Bannon. He may be able to help you find out more about why you have them. Please, Edgar's right. There's a cave just south of here that leads to South Figaro. Let's head in that direction. Okay. Can we still access the menu? Yes, we can. Let's save our game. Oh, we're an hour and a half into the adventure already. Have they changed it, have they, Chewie? I didn't notice that. Hello, Vezkin. How are you? Right. Oh, it's a little bit weird, a little bit hard to control, actually. It's been so long since I've played FF6, I can't remember, you know, the controls on the world map. But you can't turn and move at the same time. You can only move forwards, effectively, and then turn. Yeah, it just feels weird. I think it's because I've played so many games with world maps since. Strange. Anyway, we'll say goodbye to our Chocobo. Oh yeah, the screenshots weren't lying. It is very vibrant, isn't it? For sure. Definitely is. Let's save again. Yeah. This is definitely a copy of the world map from the original, though. I don't know if it's been redrawn. I think they have just upped the vibrancy of it and the brightness, really. Oh, I'm not an expert at thumbnails, Thrill Seeks, by any stretch of the imagination. I just slap a few layers together in Photoshop with a screenshot. Is usually the way I do it. Evening, Sage Midget. Yeah, a bit unusual for me, isn't it, to be streaming at this time? But hey, Final Fantasy VI had just launched, so I thought I'd make an exception for once. And I'm going to be streaming tomorrow as well, guys. At least that's the plan. So 2:30 PM UK time. I plan to be back with you folks. If you want to continue on with more Final Fantasy VI then. Oh yeah, I haven't encountered the Sandray yet. I'm not really in any rush to do so, to be honest, Red. Do you normally do that then? There and then, do you? I'm trying to keep encounters to a minimum, you see. No, I don't believe so, Estos. No, it's all the same as it was in the original. They have changed the names of stats. So instead of Vigor, it's Strength. What do you want me to encounter it for, Red? I'll have to escape from other battles. It'll probably be a bit of a while, Holly. To be honest with you, maybe once we've finished FF6. Right, there's the Sandrays. So we want to steal from it, do we? Oh, we couldn't steal, so we'll have to try that again. Oh, no, we killed them. See, I didn't want to do that. I don't really want to get experience from them. Yeah, is it a steal or a drop? If it's a steal, then we can steal and run, yeah? Oh, it's an antidote, so it must be a drop then. I don't want to kill those other two things. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow, but at 2:30 PM, dark, so that'll be the usual time. But unusual day. Okay, yeah, I do like the new minimap. Let me just see. Did we get anything? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to be doing with those Sandrays, so I'm just gonna leave that. Giannis. Hello. I'm doing very well, thanks. How are you? Good to see you. Right, I think we get a scene, do we? Yep. Recovery Spring. We love the Recovery Springs. Yeah, what a Figaro. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I've got you, yeah. We're not actually trying to steal from them. Got you. Yeah, I understand now. Yeah. We just need to meet them, don't we? So, the sand... Yeah, I know what you mean. You're talking about the rage. Sorry, mate. I was confused. I thought you was saying there was something to steal from, but I was confused because I didn't realise there was and there wasn't. Okay, so yeah, what Red's talking about is the fact that there's a party member that joins later that has rage abilities that requires us to meet various enemies in battle. Now, we can meet them even before we've attained the party member, and that's absolutely fine. In fact, the more we do now, the better. And we can run from the encounters, and that will still allow us to do what we need to do. Yeah. So hopefully that explains things to people. Yeah, one thing... Oh, we've just healed. One thing that I think is a little bit shady is that the earlier version of Final Fantasy VI that was on Steam has gone now. So you can only get the remastered version. Which is kind of weird. I'm not sure why that's the case. But it is what it is. Okay, going to give the Mithril Sword to Locke here. It does give a bit of an attack boost, even though Locke is mostly going to be stealing. And we'll give him the Buckler as well. So everybody now has a shield. It always pays off, doesn't it? I suppose we could start sticking people... Yeah, we'll stick people back into the back row now. Terra will be using magic. Locke will be using steel. And Edgar will be using auto crossbow. So back row makes the most sense. Yeah, like an Octopath Traveler full remake would be awesome. I wouldn't expect it, mind, but it would be very nice. So we're going to grab some optional items as we go through the dungeon here. A Hornet. A Fopa. I'm not going to kill all the enemies that we come across. On the basis that I don't want to gain too much experience. But a battle here and there isn't going to hurt. Okay, grab the ether. Okay, so there's 3 enemies in here that we need to encounter. The Hornet, the Bleary, and the Crawley. Okay. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. That's very kind. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, guys, it might be worth considering a sub. I've got a bunch of Final Fantasy content already on the channel, with loads more planned. Okay, we'll look for the Crawley. Oh, do I need to heal up? I don't think so. We have got the recovery place, you see. This is one... this is the dungeon where we want to leave the chests. Okay. I did just save, so that's fine. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit. Sorry, guys. Yeah, some of the creatures have their names changed. It's kind of weird. The controls do not work when you load a game for about 10-15 seconds. I don't get why that is, but it is what it is. I will need to encounter the sand creature again, don't we, now that I've reloaded? Yeah, the reason I've reloaded, sorry if I wasn't clear, I didn't want to open that chest. I was on auto mode, to be honest with you. But like in the first dungeon, we'll be coming back to this place later. And when we do, the creatures will be... So the chests will be a lot more rewarding if we leave them now. There's really no need to nab the nonsense that's in them at the moment. So I'm trying to play this the right way. So we're going to need to encounter some enemies again. Since I've reloaded. Yeah, the minimap has changed quite remarkably, hasn't it? Right, there's the hornets. We want to try and steal some stuff if we can. Potion will do. Hornet, Fopa, and Urok. Okay. Yeah, we did encounter those, didn't we? But I'll need to do it again. Okay, another chest, but once more I shall leave that. Wow, the chests actually show up on the map from a distance. Stupid back attack. If you've never played Final Fantasy VI Sage, then yeah, I would encourage you to do so. It's a great game. Ooh. Need to sort out our party again since I reloaded. Yeah, the chests appear on the mini-map from quite a distance, actually. Oh, man, those 5 judges, Dark. I think that's like one of the hardest super bosses in all Final Fantasy games, really. That is crazy difficult, that fight. Especially because you have to enter it in such good condition from the fight before, which is against the Amiga creature, which is also very tough. Oh, good to know, Red. Good to know. I'm glad you're in chat. It isn't Herencian. No, only the remastered soundtrack is available. Okay, that's the Uroks. So, as far as I'm aware now, it's just the other weirdly named creature that we're looking for. And then we're done. Ah, there we go. Fopas, that's it. Okay, and onwards we go. Yeah, like I said, I do want to do just a couple of battles so that we're not absolutely gimped before we find ourselves in a whole... Oh, they didn't die. A whole heap of trouble later on. Is that a strategy I use, Cole? Maybe I did, I can't remember. It's been about 5 years since I did that now. So. Okay, well, let's go ahead and save. As we're back on the world map. Thank you for the sub. I did do all of the main content in Ni no Kuni 2, Martin. I don't think I did all of the DLC content because it came out so far after I'd finished the walkthrough, if that makes sense. I did have a bash at some of it, though. But not all of it. Yeah, I'll only do them if they're missable, Red. And they're not missable at the moment, so... Yeah, here we are in South Figaro. So lots of places for us to explore and stuff. We'll start by going into here. Yeah, eventually, Reg, you're right. Because everything changes, doesn't it, a little bit later on. Thanks for the sub. Right. Ignore us and maybe we'll just disappear. Back off, Locke. That guy looks familiar. I haven't checked out the achievements on Steam yet, Lionheart, so I'll have to have a look at those before, you know, committing one way or another there. Yeah, that's Shadow, alright. He's an assassin. He'd kill his own best friend for the right price. Guess we'd better steer clear of him. There's no way that this guy's joining our party right now. But we still needed to have that little cutscene. Now we'll head back north. This appears to be some kind of large establishment. But not much we can do on the first floor right now. I think before we go up there... Oh, did it, Dark? I honestly can't remember, you know, mate. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. A green cherry. Yeah, we can check some of the barrels and crates and stuff. As you can see, there are items contained within some. So, it is worth exploring everywhere. Okay, let's head upstairs. Yeah, that's like a bit of a famous section, isn't it? The Phantom Forest. We'll go over to the bookcase in a moment. There we go. Yeah, there's a secret passage here. Just keep going down. And look, we get to enter a dungeon. So, yeah, this guy has a dungeon at the bottom of his house. I guess he'd call it a basement or cellar or something. But, nah, it's a dungeon. Come on, grab it. Hermes sandals. And a hyper wrist. Yeah, that is helpful, isn't it, Chewie? Did you get that in the original game? I honestly cannot remember. That little notification that there's an item present. Oh, you can't beat a good secret pathway, can you, Orbital Hub? Definitely not. Make sure there's nothing else secret here. Doesn't seem to be. And we get 500 gil. I love the way in, like, JRPGs, you're just allowed to go and invade people's homes and just raid them of their stuff. But because you're the protagonist, it's kind of just accepted that you can do this with no consequences. I get the guy that owns this place probably has a bit of money, but I mean, it's still his money, and we're just going in to help ourselves. No, absolutely, J-Man. Yeah, no, everybody has a dungeon in their house, don't they? For sure. Ah, okay, Chewy. Yeah, it's one of those things I just couldn't remember, to tell you the truth. It had been too long. So we've got a save point. I don't think there's much else of interest down here. But we'll explore the final room. Random bucket, because why not? Unfortunately, Carlos, they are not available on console right now. The only systems for the Pixel remasters are PC, which is what I'm playing on, Steam, or iOS or Android. There are rumours that a Switch release is coming later this year, but nothing official yet. Where are we? Oh yeah, there we are. In the secret passageway. Well, that's pretty much all we need to do up here for now. Yeah, this was originally a Super Nintendo release, although it has come out on other systems since, such as the Game Boy Advance, and actually on PC as well. There was also additional content in those versions of the game, but presumably that's been removed since this is a remaster of the original version. Right, I'm going to take a break then, folks. Getting a bit tired now. So, yeah, the plan is to be back with you tomorrow, 2:30 PM UK time. I will pop it up on YouTube beforehand so that you guys know when that is. Oh, Dark, bring that debate into the chat tomorrow. Probably not going to have too much time now, because I'm finishing up. But you're doing a video filming the top 10 bosses. When you say top 10, do you mean like the most fun or the most difficult? Only rumoured to be doing so at the moment, Carlos. Nothing official from Square saying that that is the case. But if it is, it's going to be later in the year. Unfortunately, not anytime soon. I'll tell you what, guys, really appreciate you coming for this later night stream today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had such a blast with the first 2 hours of Final Fantasy VI. A lot of fun. I can, you know, definitely advise you guys, if you haven't checked this game out yet, and you're a big fan of the Final Fantasy franchise or JRPGs in general, to do yourself a favour and play Final Fantasy VI. Even if not the Pixel Remaster, if you've got a means of playing another version, just do so. It's one of the best JRPGs ever. It really is. Well, at the moment, Matt, we've been fighting Legit, so I should think we'll be continuing on with that little tradition that we've started. But, yeah, thank you so much, guys. A big welcome as well for those of you that were new first time today to the channel. It's been good to have you here. And there must have been a few of you because we had quite a few concurrent viewers at one point. So that was awesome. But yeah, take care, have a good evening, and I'll catch you tomorrow for more FF6. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. See ya.